Hi, I'm Carmen, the community coach, and today I'm going to teach you how to join your first NFT community. You don't need to own an NFT, you don't even have to know what they are, but if you're curious about NFTs and you'd like to learn more about them, joining a community is a really good place to start. So firstly, why join an NFT community? Well, you don't need to have an NFT or buy an NFT to join a community. You can check out an NFT collection before you buy, and it's a really good indication as to how strong the project actually is. You want to be looking for the activity in the community. How active are the members in the community? How active are the admins and the founders of the project? You can also get inside tips from the community. What NFTs are going to sell well? What are the members getting excited about? Maybe even which NFTs are considered more valuable or more rare. And also you can get official links from announcements, and just make sure that you're checking out the right resources and not getting scammed. Something to watch out for is that scammers do lurk in these communities. So I will go through some things to look out for when you join these communities and make sure that you yourself don't get scammed. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to join an NFT community, some of the things I look out for when joining a community for the first time, and the general health of the community, and some ways to avoid getting scammed. So let's go. First up, you want to go to OpenSea.io. This is one of the largest NFT marketplaces for NFT collections. There are a lot of other marketplaces out there, and there's new ones popping up, I feel like, every week. But for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to focus on OpenSea. And when you get more comfortable, you can check out other marketplaces in future. Okay, here we are on OpenSea.io. Make sure the address is correct, because there are fake versions of OpenSea. So just make sure every single letter is spelled correctly. I'm not kidding. Unfortunately, there are scammers out there and there's dodgy websites. So now that we're on OpenSea, here is the homepage. You can see that we've got a whole bunch of projects here. I'm actually going to click on stats and rankings. It's usually how I would pull up all the NFT collections. And here you can see the top NFTs by the last 7 days. You can change this to whatever filter you want. We're going to look through. I'm going to look for one that I am not a member of yet. I am not a member of On One Force. It's done pretty well as a project. The floor price is pretty high. I'll leave it up to you to choose the project that you're interested in joining their community and learning more about. Choose one that actually you're interested in. These look pretty cool, so I'm going to go ahead and join their community and learn more about them. Once I've clicked into a collection, you actually have some buttons here on the top right corner with activity, website, Discord, Twitter, and the ability to report a project if it's a scam. The first thing I'm looking out for actually is this blue tick that shows me that this is a verified collection. It means that it is not a fake copy. It is not a scammer's collection. It is the legitimate collection on OpenSea. Now that I've checked that there's a blue tick, I can feel safe enough to go ahead and click on these links. So you can check out the website if you like. That's a good way to take a look at a project and read more about them. Usually they'll have more information. But if I go back to OpenSea, what I'm really interested in is joining their community. Now, the majority of NFT communities live on Discord. It's okay if you don't know what that is. It's just a platform where people can come together and connect. If you're familiar with Slack, then Discord is probably like the next level up from Slack. It's just a messaging platform. It's got a whole bunch of channels. So think of them like different sections, different topics. And yeah, let me take you through this now to show you what Discord is like. So as most NFT communities do exist on Discord, I do recommend that you go to their website, discord.com, and sign up for an account. I already have an account, so it's showing that I can just open Discord, but I think this button in the top right corner should have an option, if you're not a member, to just go ahead and create an account. It's free. It's really easy to do. Go ahead and do that, and it'll just make your life a lot easier. You don't necessarily have to download the program. They do have a version for PC as well. It's just because I'm on a Mac here that it's saying that I can download for Mac. But you can also just open it in your browser. I personally like to have the downloaded version because I'm a member of a lot of different Discord communities. And once you find that you like maybe 2 to 3, maybe 4 NFT collections, and you want to join all of them, I just think it's better to have a desktop version. But it's really up to you and it's your personal preference. If you prefer to just have it in your browser, that is totally okay because you can operate Discord in the browser. Once you have a Discord account, you can go back to your project on OpenSea, go ahead and click on that Discord option in the top right corner, and it will open up Discord directly. It's that simple. All right, so you can see here, been invited to join on One Force. Let's go ahead and join. Holy crap, they have 25,500 members. So already you know there's a lot of members that have joined this group, and you can see that 6,000 members are online right now. Go ahead and join. They have a really nice welcome message here. It's different for every community. Don't freak out if you don't see this. This is saying welcome to the project. It's really nice to have a welcome message, to be honest. As a community coach, I do recommend that communities do set up a nice welcome message. It's great that they have here some top things to do. They have a rules channel link here and some news. I'm just going to say I'll look around for now. So the deal is with Discord is the majority of the times you have to verify that you are not a bot before you can actually join into the community and start engaging with other members. I think this is really important because there are definitely bots out there and you want to make sure that your members are all human beings. It's quite important. So all you have to do is press the complete button here. You can see that they make sure that you read and agree to the server rules. Make sure to take a look through those so that you're not going to be breaking the rules. If you do break any rules, you may be banned and not be allowed back into the community. So these are important. Make sure you pay attention. Once you've agreed to the rules, you just check this box and go ahead and submit. And every community has different ways that you can then verify to gain all access to their community. My advice is to just take your time, read through their instructions, don't get overwhelmed, just take your time and you'll work it out. Generally speaking, they're not too complicated. You can see here right at the bottom, it says step 1, click the icon to gain access to the rest of the server and obtain member role. And then step 2 is head over to a specific channel, FAQ, to get started in the community. So that's really straightforward. I click on this emoji, and there you have it. I now have access to all the different channels in this community. There's quite a lot of channels here, but then again, it's a huge community, so there's no surprises there. I will head over to the FAQ because that is what they told me to do first up. And here is where you can see a lot of information in the middle with the FAQ. On the left-hand side, this is all of the channels, so you can navigate through the community. Think of channels as just the way that they've organized topics in the community. On the far left, this is a list of all the different communities that I belong to. If you're new to Discord, you'll probably just have the one here, but you can join as many as you like. And then you can easily switch between. All you have to do is click on these different server icons and you can switch between NFT communities all day long. On the far right here, you have a search button on the top right. That's quite handy. You have a pinned messages, so if there is any important messages that admins want you to see, no matter what, you can check out that pin. I'm not going to go through every single thing in Discord because there are a lot, and I'd rather you just don't get overwhelmed and focus on the most important aspect, which is just getting to see the community, and over time, you'll become more and more comfortable with this platform. I know it may feel overwhelming at first, but trust me, it's actually pretty straightforward once you start using it a lot more. On the far right, you can see the admins here in the top right. And then you've got different roles for the community. Discord is actually it started off as a gaming community. So generally speaking, that's why you have these different roles assigned. You don't have to get too far into it, but just know that there's different roles assigned to different members. So think of these as like, oh, these may be the VIP, the On One Force Elite and the Supreme. It could be that they just own, 5 On One NFTs and they're assigned a different title in the community. So now I encourage you to go through this community and especially the FAQs. I always find FAQs are one of the best places to start. I see so much information around who is the team behind a project, for instance, here, which is great. Who is the artist? I love full transparency in a community. Really, really important. And it's something that I look out for. I can see the history, how much they minted for, which is helpful, and any other announcements from the team. Then you can check out all the other channels. I usually check out, it's either the news or announcements channel because there's most important information is included there. So you can see there's a lot of information about this project. And then I'll go to the common areas, which is usually the general channel, and just see what generally people are talking about. How engaged is this community? How many people are talking? How many people are actually conversing? What is the vibe like? Is it toxic? Are the admins constantly in there checking in on members? Is spamming going on? If not, that's a good sign. and generally just take the time to look around. Now, one thing to note, if you do go ahead and go back to OpenSea and buy an on1 NFT or the NFT of your project, then you're actually able to go and see the insider part of this community. So once you've bought your NFT, and I'm assuming it's going to be through MetaMask or through your wallet, MetaMask is generally speaking the easiest way to connect your NFT into the Discord community. That's how I do it. So just that's how I would recommend anybody else that's new to it doing it. There are tons of resources, by the way, in terms of how to buy an NFT on OpenSea using MetaMask. So I recommend going and checking out some of those resources. I'll link some in my description below for any of you that like to get started. Once you do have your NFT for the project, you can come back into Discord, and what you're looking for is a channel. It's usually called something like verification or verify or join. Here is the join. So the way you usually join is by typing in this exclamation join, and that connects with Collabland, which is the official bot of Discord. That's the one that you can feel safe with, and it's okay to connect your wallet with collab.land. Just make sure it looks exactly like this. It should be the official Discord bot, collab.land. Then you can see that it's actually popped up in my server list, and it says that I can connect my account. I don't have an on1 NFT, so I'm not going to go ahead and do this because there's no point. But if you did have your NFT, this is where you would actually go and connect your account. And when you go back to the server, what you'll find is that then you'll have access to the channels that I don't have access to. And there may be even some more private channels that do pop up in here that I just can't see right now. I'll show you in a community that I do belong to, and I do have an NFT, just so that you get an idea. You can see here, this is actually the hundreds. This is the Atom Bomb Squad NFT. I do have a bomb, and you can see that here you've got the bomb verified section. And again, here's the bomb squad verification. All I would do is type in, just like this member has done, join with the exclamation mark at the front, connected your wallet, and then I got access to all these insider channels. The bomb squad is something that is accessible to only those that own a bomb. And it's really great because then I get the insider info. People post data analytics charts. It's like you get the inside access to a private community. Now, there may be a whole bunch of other channels that you have no idea what they mean. That's okay. Again, just focus on the channels that interest you. You can just take a look through everything. Over time, you'll get more and more comfortable with these communities. There may be a radio and voice channels. So if you see this sign here with the speaker, that actually means it's a voice channel and people can talk. If you want to actually talk, then these buttons are how you would talk. You see the microphone here. I've suppressed it so that they can't hear what I'm saying. And you can also undeafen. So if I undeafen, then I should be able to hear the music. But yeah, Discord was for gamers. So typically there was people that would be chatting, and you may have access to some voice channels to listen in. Don't worry too much about those if they confuse you. Just focus on the text channels. Again, you can see some pinned messages here. I generally go through those because sometimes those are very important, and there's information in there that can really help me understand more about the project. I'm looking for the general vibe in the general channel. How much is talk of floor talk, which is sort of like what is the lowest price, and how obsessed are people of the short-term price of the project versus how excited are they about the project itself and the longer-term mission. Now I want to talk about scammers because it's a really big issue in the Discord. Unfortunately, there's a lot of scammers and people that are trying to take your money, trying to take your NFTs and steal them. The best thing that I can recommend is, if you're new to this space, number one, maybe you don't even have a wallet, and so therefore you're generally going to be safer than somebody that's potentially bought an NFT and connected their wallet. The number one rule is, if you have a wallet, no one will ask you for your seed phrase ever. Your seed phrase is those special 12 words that you used when you set up your wallet in the first place. Think of that as like your internet banking password. No one will ever ask you for that. And especially official marketplaces like OpenSea, MetaMask, anyone that is official and normal will never ask for your seed phrase. If you find that you have anybody reaching out to you on Discord asking you for the seed phrase, you have to assume it's a scammer. And in fact, it is a scammer because no one will ask you for a seed phrase. I don't care what the excuse is, whether they say that they're from OpenSea and there's a problem with your account. No, it's a scam. It's a scam, okay? So the way that I actually try to avoid a lot of these is I go to my user settings and I click on privacy and safety. I click on privacy and safety here, and you can see that there are options here to keep you safe. And this is a great functionality of Discord, is that I can really create a very private experience for myself and keep me safe. So I definitely scan direct messages from everybody. That's a no-brainer. What I also do is I also set this button to the default of off. So I don't allow anybody to message me. And if I want someone to message me, then I go ahead and turn it back on, which is just a simple click. If I want to connect my wallet to Collabland, which is the official bot that I mentioned, that is a DM, so I would have to turn this on first. But as soon as I go ahead and connect my wallet, afterwards, I'm switching this back to off. And that's just a really helpful way to ensure that I don't get any scamming DM messages in my Discord. And the main reason I do this is because I am a member of many, many communities here in the NFT world. If I kept that DM message open, then I just started to get so many scam DM messages and it was driving me nuts. So I just decided to turn it all off. And if I want to get a individual DM sometime, I can always turn that back on and then tell somebody to go ahead and DM me. I hope that's helped you join your very first NFT community. As you can see, it's not anything crazy. It's free to join. It's definitely worth joining a few communities just to check out what all the hype is about, what conversations are happening in this space. You'll probably learn a lot more than you even think. It can also give you really, really great insights into which projects are worth potentially investing in and which maybe are not as exciting as they may first appear. I definitely check out the communities before I invest in an NFT, and I highly recommend that you do at least, they say 50 hours of research now before investing in any NFT project. I'll leave that up to you, but you should definitely do your own research. It's really, really important. And joining a community is one of the best ways that you can really work out that the project is the right one for you. Make sure you get yourself a Discord account. Make sure you're really careful when it comes to scammers. I can't stress that enough. If in doubt, just be really paranoid and don't chat to anyone or click on any dodgy links. That's pretty much the best that anyone can do. But know that even the experts, people that have been in the NFT space for a long time, even they're getting scammed. So my best advice is just be really wary and take your time. There is no rush. Don't feel like, oh my gosh, you're missing out on a project because you're not acting fast enough. I guarantee that there's always another project around the corner. So just take your time and absorb and digest this crazy, crazy community. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of great people here. And yeah, I must admit, I probably laugh on a daily basis just taking a look at these Discord communities and some of the amazing content that's put out there. If you have any further questions for me around Discord, around joining the NFT communities, if you're really struggling, just put a comment below and I'd really appreciate a like and subscribe to support me and my channel. Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you next time.